Attention! 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 This is TY9 My Yu standing by. Hi, everyone. This is TY9 My Yu standing by. If you would like to check in early, you can also do so.
Tango Yankee 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Okay, Tango Yankee 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Anyone else want to check in? You're welcome to do so. Attention! 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 This is the Tao Net A of today. I'm your net controller, TY9YUE. Mind you all that the net is being recorded for training purposes. If you would like to join, please come in with your call sign and only your call sign in phonetics. This is Tango Yankee 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. You may begin.
Tango Yankee 2, Charlie Hotel, Golf.
Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Very quiet today.
Tango Yankee 2 Foxtrot November Golf.
Okay, shouting out definitely works. Tango Yankee 2, Foxtrot November Golf. Anyone else? Okay, we will begin then. Very quiet today. So, remind you all that the net is being recorded for training purposes. And so let's begin. The topic that I have brought here today is actually very important. Oh, I saw someone came in. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay, was here. Okay, let me put her in. Let me put her on the list. Okay, we have one more check-in, and let's see if she can talk. Uh, Tango Yankee 2, Golf Echo India. Can you try to check in? Maybe she'll come in later. use the toggle feature. Don't use like the hold and talk, right? Like go to the option, change your thing, the on-screen button to toggle. So you like click once, talk, and then you click again and it shut off, right? That will avoid that issue. Okay, you can try to check in again, TY2GI.
Tango Yankee 2, Golf Echo India. Finally, my apologies.
Okay, good. Wow. At least you're checked in. Okay, we'll begin. So today I brought in this topic that was carried on from the Cantonese net on the weekend. It's called Gong Feng. Gong Feng is Cantonese. It means to provide something, which is the faith. We Gong Feng the God. People usually say we Gong Feng the emperor. What do you mean? Like, how do you offer your faith to someone? Well, look, let's say this person, he Gong Feng the God on his altar. Okay? So he put his faith on the God on the altar. How do he do it? Well, anything that he do, he will always tell the God about it, ask the God for guidance, and anything he do, he will talk to the God first. That's basically putting your faith into something. It's like, oh, my teeth is hurting. Well, obviously you need to like go to the dentist, right? And then you don't go to the dentist. The first thing you do, you ask the God, what should I do? The God could say, go to the dentist, right? The God can say exactly the same thing. And you're like, yeah, well, I know already. Why do I have to ask you? Well, the thing is because I put the faith in the God. I let the God make the decision or say it first. I just follow, right? Even it's so obvious. It's like, um, if you want to, like, you're hungry, right? So what do? I'm hungry. You don't just go and find food. You tell the God, I'm hungry. And then the God is like, oh, you should go eat. Well, yeah, obviously, right? Yeah, but you let him say it so that you know you should be eating, right? So, yeah, the gong feng is like that. You put the faith into the other side, and that means anything, you talk to them first. Even it's so obvious. So it's like, yeah, I run out of rice at home. What do? I go buy rice, right? No, but because I have been gongfenging my master, I tell my master, oh, I don't have rice today. And then the master is like, oh, yeah, you should go buy rice. Okay. Now I'm going to buy rice because of him, not because of myself. Right? The mindset is very important. Back in the old days, people gongfeng the emperor. So anything happen in the country, they inform the emperor and let him speak, let him make decision, let him say what to do, and then they follow. Now, however, sometimes it's like he don't really know about the stuff, or maybe he didn't make good decision. What do you do as a person working for the emperor? You will give him advice, like you provide him with more information so that he can think again and then give you the same or different answer. That is gong feng, right? Offering your faith to someone. Okay, let's begin the roll call. Tango Yankee 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Tango Yankee 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. That reminds me of the KJs and the different period type of movies watched, where they have the emperor sitting in the middle and the two sides are facing the emperor. and they're talking to him. One stands up and says something about the people are starving. We need to open the coffers so we can feed the people. And then everybody would say something, yeah, yeah, we need to, Emperor, please do it because we're all starving. And then the other side would chirp in, they're not starving, they're actually they're corrupt. So then the argument starts, you know. So it reminds me of that kind of thing. But I often go and ask at my altar, not as often as I should, as apparently it's been demonstrated here. But for important things, I either will ask or I come back and say, I don't know what I should do with this. Like my tooth actually did crack one day. And I said, my tooth cracked. And Shadchan was like, I don't know. How do you feel about it? I'm like, it's not hurting. It's not doing anything. He's like, oh, forget it then. He says, you know, it's been several months. You know, you probably went to DLT if it was really killing you. And I never did. So, yeah, I've learned to ask for a lot of things that you would think mundanely, oh, I'll just go and do it. Well, you know, sometimes you might want to ask before you go run up a bill or incur an expense or make the wrong decision sometimes. So it helps to get that clarity. TY4, no. Tango Yankee 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Right. Yeah, that leads to one thing I want to mention is that today, when I wake up, I really want to pull that sword out from my pot. I was working on gay to suppress the problem, to like, back off the issue. And well, this morning there was an episode from Wing's side, and I was like, oh shit. I really want to pull that out because I need the extra power to work on that side. And then I did, and it was like negative again. So, I was kind of, it really feels like it's not you at that moment, because I personally really want to get that energy back, and then I can't. So I followed. Hey, well, that's because I put the faith in the God. The God knows better than me. There was one point brought up by Hong over the weekend. He said, "What if the emperor is wrong and he, just make weird, stupid decision?" Um, I'm like, yeah, in a country, sometimes that person is chosen to be the ruler of the place. So whatever decision he makes, it's going to be what that country is supposed to go through and have. And sometimes it's funny because you might think their decision is horrible because of some, like, oh, many people die because of this, or he created a mess because of this. But you know what? Sometimes they are meant to mess up. Yeah, like they will make weird decision, and it's not understandable by logic. But if you look from further away, like after many, many years, you look at the country again, it's because of that screw up that brings them the later discovery. And it forces the people to like maybe discover some kind of medicine, or maybe they have invented something new, or maybe they have done something that makes the country, develop to a new state. And at first, you can't even see it, but after maybe 100 years, it will show. So whatever decision that ruler makes, it's basically a result of people putting their faith into them and gongfeng that person. And that's why the country will be like that. And eventually you'll see it. So don't make like short-term judgment sometimes. Even with me and my experience with my uppers here, sometimes it takes a few years to actually see why they guided me to do something. And it's very weird, even for myself, I can't see it when they first introduced me to something. And it takes like a few years to realize it, and then you're like, oh, right. Yeah. So next one, Tango Yankee 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Yes, Ajwan. I think that most people would make their decisions based on the outcome or the possible outcome. Like you said, they would want the king to do certain things. Well, they would wonder why the king or the god would make certain decisions. And even though it's wrong, because it's wrong, they would deem the outcome as negative, but not understanding that in the grand scheme of things, the negative and the positive outcomes of whatever situation you're facing is guiding you towards a particular path. But then my question would be, how do you develop the strength or the courage or the faith to walk on that path? Because most people are very transactional. I want this, you give me that. You want this, I give you that. They're not really seeing or understanding that there's a bigger part to be walking or something grander at play. They're just a cog in the wheel and helping to push things along. They don't really understand that about things, especially when it comes to living in a world where spirituality or religion is corrupted, as you would say. Like most of these people who are guiding people spiritually are bankrupt. But how do you develop that courage and that strength to walk the path? And how do you find yourselves at peace with wherever you go? Like it sounds like it takes a lot of courage. Back to you, TY2CHG.
Okay. Well, you're thinking in a post-heaven perspective, like things has to be built. Like you don't have, and then you need to build more and more and more and more, and then eventually you have a lot. Well, think about it the other way. The heart was full when you begin. So when you decided to ordain, it should be full. What actually took it away from you is evil. So instead of saying, how do I build more courage? Look at what is actually shaving away your courage and attack that stuff. It could be, let's say, a ex-relative or something like that, right? Or ex-friend or whatever. Something that is shaving away that faith, that is the evil. Your faith should be full when you begin. Why should you not have the faith? You decided to ordain, isn't that what you want? You mean like, that's what you were going for all the time. So why suddenly you change, right? It's very obvious that there is some ye crap. So you go clean up and then your feeling is changed already. So yeah, it's for me, whenever like the God make a decision and tell me about something, I just follow it. And I know that it would be eventually going the right way because think about the other side. If I don't go that way, like if I decided I'm not listening to the God or I'm not, not trying to go this way, right? What will happen? Just think about it. Like, isn't it even more scary? What would happen if I don't follow my God teachings or my God guidance? What would happen? Like, eventually, you're on your own. Do you want that? No, I don't want that anymore, right? Like, I have tried that myself. So, didn't I screw up enough in the past to learn that it's not okay? Right? So, think about it that way. It's even scarier. Why would you even go that way then? Okay, so imagine, Chung, imagine now I kick you out of the lineage and you're back to your own self, your old life. The altar is empty. Everything is gone. Do you want that? Do you like that? Would that make you happier? Right? So obviously the answer is no. Then why don't you do what it takes to be a Taoist? Right? Isn't that enough to keep you faithful? Tango Yankee 2, Foxtrot November Golf.
Tango Yankee 2 Foxtrot November Golf. I do actually talk to myself a lot of times. I try. Sometimes I feel that crazy, but I have had self-talk a lot, and I use the muscle test. To reconfirm whatever that my answer because a lot of time I have to do things on my own. So I trying to find ways to sort of listen to my own instincts. So I I try. I talk to myself, and then I also use the body movement. So I said, okay, if I lean forward, that means it's a yes, and backwards a no. So I developing some methods throughout the years. Especially a lot of times, I just with the kids, and throughout the years, I just self-talk quite a lot, and I want to know, is there a way or a method that I can use to sort of communicate to God, and to see if what would be the answer, because I don't have the author yet. I was just thinking out loud, since I have those mini cups to death, but then I guess I don't have anything, so I will wait for that. But yes, I believe once the faith is full, is keep the I guess keep myself intact, and I know that I have like a system always support me. So I'm grateful for that, and looking forward to learn more. But with regard to my self talk, and also a way to communicate, for beginners like me, do you have any tips and tricks for me to learn? Back to you, Net Controller TY2 Foxtrot November Golf.
Okay. I hope you have the new pot and everything before the weekend. If you do, you can use that for the ceremony, and we'll get your altar started on the same day. So that will be great. Let me know if you got the tools. You can actually use your mini cups, but the thing is, your mindset, it's a little bit like you think, okay, I have a problem, I'll talk to my God. Uh, but for most disciples, it's not like that. When you have problems, you find the human master first. You find me. If I'm not around and can't really, like, the human cannot help, then you go find your God to help you. Okay? Because the thing is, the God that you have is just your God. It's not like the God here, right? So you can't really do much with the God, because it's not really that cultivated. So you only use that when you have no choice, like when you don't have me around, when you don't have the lineage around, right? Then yeah, you can ask the God for help. That will be better than doing it yourself. But if you can, always bring it up online and ask the people. It's easier and it's better. So to answer your question, your diff cup, right? First of all, you need to clean that diff cup. So a quick way is to hold the diff cup in your hand, and then you like hold it in your left hand, and then take your right hand and hold a fist with the thumb inside. Okay, and then you close your eyes and you do hospital zero, stomp the left foot, and then you stomp the right foot, and you go ha and open the palm. And when you open the palm, your palm is like a flame, right? And you use that flame to torch over whatever object you're holding, and stomp the right foot as you go like that, and it clean it up. After that, you can use the div cup, and to use it, very simple. If you want to talk to your sifu, right, you take a div cup, and then you do close your eyes and do hospital one, stomp left foot, and then shake, and then you can drop and div. The key point is you need to know what the result means. Like if I'm asking a God, okay, you have to set up the rule, right? So I want to ask my seafood, uh, now I'm going to eat lunch. What should I eat? So I'll say, if something dry, then is yang, right? Positive. Something wet will be yum, okay? And then whatever in the middle is like maybe junk food or something, okay? So I gave the rule first, and then I go div. Whatever comes out, it will be based on your rule, okay? So before you div, make sure you know what each result means for you. Then the result cannot be wrong. Okay, keep that in mind and you can use it today. Tango Yankee 2, Golf Echo India.
Tango Yankee 2, Golf Echo India. Yeah, the clarification of the usage of the div cuts is really cool. I can tell that I have a lot of work to do on my own mindset and my communication, both with the gods and with the lineage. Uh, yeah, I'm also someone who has been uh, on my own a lot with pretty much everything my whole life. So learning to talk to someone about things and have help is kind of a learning curve. Um, but obviously doing things on my own wasn't working, so this is a worthwhile pursuit. Um, I can uh, I can see what Chung Hung means. That it seems like a path that would require some amount of uh, courage. I feel like, as far as English parlance goes, that is a word that fits, but um, faith is uh, a much stronger way to view it. Um, because, yeah, this goes against a lot of social norms, right? If you're an adult and you should be doing everything for yourself, by yourself, making your own decisions, and you're like, a weakling or a coward or something if you're asking someone else about everything all the time. But we see how well that's working out for everyone else. Um, we're intentionally doing things differently here. Um, and and yeah, it seems like it would be mostly about faith, having faith that you will be guided the right way. Because if we didn't have that faith, why are we here? I think that's all I've got for the moment. Tango Yankee 2 Golf Echo India.
That is right. The faith is the word. um, so for your case, like every day you have to do a bunch of things, the qigong, the caddying, and then whatever. You got to like packing up with the schedule. But why don't you try to ask the God before you do it? I saw like Gap was really, really trying hard to pack everything in. You know what? Sometimes like I'm very disciplined with my caddying. Sometimes I would just like because the time or whatever changed, I would just listen to the God and I ask, should I cat today? Or should I cat now? Right? And the God would sometimes say, no, you just skip it. And I'm like, really? It feels like so unreal, right? Someone tell you you don't need to go to work or something like that, right? It feels so unreal. But it's okay, I believe the God and I just do whatever you say, whatever you say, I'll do it. Just like that. Right? And it's kind of like it becomes a very fun experience for me because eventually you follow and you discover that there's something better, like today, right? I'm supposed to CAD and then something happened and then I couldn't really do it, so I listened to the God and I'm like, okay, let's change the schedule. And turn out I got a lot of the AI song done and it was like a lot of fruits for the lineage, so that was nice. I never expected to do that, right? But it was because the God guidance, so I got something new and you can't really see it before you actually try it. So you can't really think. You have to go and do it, right? So when you're trying to like schedule your day or see what to do, you can actually like go to the altar and ask the God, what to do. And div doesn't always end in like the div cup method. You can invent. Yeah, you can invent. I mean, like, hey, I always have to do these six things, right? So I'll say, okay, let me make a wheel of fortune, eh? And then I have like six blocks. Oh, there's like caddying, KJ, music, whatever. So I have like things. And whenever I go to the altar, you can spin the wheel and say, okay, for the next time slot, 30 minutes of what? And then you let us choose. And then God is like, oh, you can do KJ. And then, oh, you can do KJ again. Oh my God, KJ again. It's kind of funny, but eventually you'll see, it's really much more relaxed when you let the God make that decision and you just, try your best and follow it. And you will see that your development is actually better than when you're trying to do it robotically yourself. So, yeah. Let's see if anyone else want to check in. If you want to check in, please come in with your call sign.
Tango Yankee 2, Delta November Golf.
Okay, I got you. Anyone else?
Tango Yankee 2, Kilo Alpha India.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, let's go. Tango Yankee 2, Delta November Golf.
Tango Yankee 2, Delta November Golf. Yeah, Jun. It's pretty fun and interesting so far because I trying to like have a it's like the relationship with Samlo Joshi is you know it's like a daily everyday life like involve him like saying like good morning like and then like you know small conversation big conversation it's like he's like within me I just like probably take that advantage like even like whatever I'm trying to do and even though I you know exercising with like an open altar or like that if I make mistake just you just do it first believe and then when you are wrong you just always like Jejun always give us the instruction like okay oh yeah that one I do wrong okay I fix it like so you just like have a faith first. That's what I'm trying to to say like have faith trust determination like that's why I'm practicing every day like immortal chi like and then reciting the mantra I mean reciting the spell right all the hard spell like that so it's like it's a pretty fun and always like exercising on the div and asking question if wrong asking another question asking the right question so the more I practice the more I know the more I know which way is the most effective and yeah this pretty fun so back to you TY to Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Golf.
Uh-huh. Same thing that I said to Fong earlier. The div is good, but make sure everyone's mindset is correct. Like the div is for you to use when you cannot get help from your saton, right? So if you can reach line and ask question, right, it's much better to learn from the human master when you have questions. Okay, and yeah, leading to the div thing, like even Kai can div too. But the thing is, you got to understand that when you div, it's also about how clean and pure you are and the God quality. So if you're like dirty or not as clean, the God's quality go down and the quality of the answer also go down. Now, however, should you like, dope or not trust the God as much? And of course, no, because you just work on improving every day. Every day it gets better. Every day it gets cleaner. Then you will get better and better with your God's result. So I would say, like, when it's 5 years ago, I wasn't as clean and good as today. When I first started, it was even worse. But so what, right? I go through all that and I keep going and I keep improving. The div and everything just keep getting better. So it's a journey, right? You have to go through the journey and experience everything, just like with human, right? You go through a journey with someone, you'll see the downtime, the good time, their improvements, and everything like that. So the div with your God, the talking with your God is a journey. Tango Yankee 2, Kilo Alpha India.
Tango Yankee to Kilo Alpha India. The point that I did catch when I was listening is the one that was like asking a question to your human master. It's more sort of the most important part when you are asking. Because sometimes when I ask a question, like I did realize, like you're asking a question and suddenly you're getting your answer while you are asking a question. I don't know what was causing that, but when that happens, let's say I'm in Zulu, I'm asking a question to Sajon. Then while I'm asking the question, I realize that the answer is kicking in already. Then I don't pay too much attention to that question that is appearing in my mind. I somehow carry on with the question. Um, just because obviously I can't answer a question and suddenly, oh no, wait a minute, I think I do get it. I realize what I'm asking is already occurring in my head. But I don't know whether it's the answer coming from the God or inside me or what is causing all that situation because you can have the question like for example suddenly the question is appearing in your head and then the answer follows while you are asking that question. So I need to understand what might be the reason for all that. Should I take it maybe it's the gods that is answering me that question or something? Tango Yangi to Kilo Alpha India. Back to you.
Okay, like I said earlier, the word 供奉 is to offer your faith, right? So when you do that to your sajon, it doesn't matter you have or not have the answer. You just give the mic to me. So it's like, yeah, sajon, I'm hungry. Well, obviously, sajon is going to tell you go eat, right? But you don't care about you have or not have the answer. You go to sajon and say, I'm hungry, and then sajon is like, okay, you can go eat. Good, you did it. So when you have any question, doesn't matter if you have the answer or not, you can still ask. And after asking, you have a new answer or the same answer is fine, right? That is the process of every time. Like if you have to make a decision and you ask the other side first, you are like building up that faith power. Okay. Let me tell you, when I was like a kid, like when I was still young, I follow other masters and I will like, call their phone because back then, like they don't use internet and text. So we call the phone. Anything that happened, a phone call. Anything that happened, right? A phone call. Because why? You put the faith into them. Like even I know how to deal with something, I will still call and tell them what happened, what should I do. And well, to the bad master, it is annoying, but to the good master, it's fine. So I can tell you that this is what a lot of people lack. Like they think, oh, I already know what to do. So you're not asking? That's stupid, right? Even you know what to do, you can still ask. And like yesterday, Gab was talking to me, and I said, "Oh, you should not like go into the playlist and dig up things on your own." And then later, he asked me something about the Fati, right? And I said, "Oh, there's a video in the playlist." Yeah, like I was digging up the playlist, so why do you tell me not to do it? And now you tell me to go back. Well, the thing is, because I make the call, right? You don't just go and self-serve. That's insulting. That's like saying your master cannot teach you or feed you enough, so you have to self-serve. You know, it's like your cat at home, and it's like you didn't feed the cat, so the cat have to go find food himself. That's already insulting the owner and saying that the owner don't feed the cat properly, right? So when you need anything, you come to me. I might tell you to just go into here and watch the old video, but at least it is me making that decision, guiding you to do it, and not you yourself thinking about what to do. So keep that in mind. Okay, back to the top. Tango Yankee 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Please.
Tango Yankee 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. This is a difficult concept to consider because we're uh, we're in the culture of independence rather than collaboration, which is different. It's a different thinking type of thinking. Uh, we're taught early to function somewhat independently. Oh, don't ask anybody about anything for any reason because you know everything. Or if you ask about it, then you must not know it yourself. See, and that's the wrong mindset. That's something that is ingrained in us from our culture that we just do. Because if we do, then that's showing that we can stand on our own 2 feet, that we're independent, that we have all this power and stuff. And it is not the right way to approach this. It has messed me up many times, more times than I can recall. But it is something that you have to train yourself out of, to ask, to not assume, to go ask for help, to go seek the answer, not for yourself, not on your own, but with someone guiding you. And that is something very different than what we're used to dealing with in a spiritual sense. We're very much more used to operating on our own, out of our own heads, out of our own decisions, thinking that we have the answer within ourselves. And sometimes we do, but wouldn't it be nice to just have confirmation? Because, all right, up until this point, we've been making wrong decisions, or something else has led us here because our life was in some kind of a bucket, it was in a mess. So we needed a way out. And so why wouldn't you rely on that power and that information that can see longer and better and farther than you? So you need to look at that also. So Tango Yankee 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Aha. I have an example. So let's say I have already built up a schedule and I'm supposed to go out during this time, maybe like to check my car or something. Okay, so I don't need to ask my God because it's like already planned. But then what do I do? I don't like go and like, oh, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I You know, that's kind of like stupid, right? Like you already have your schedule and you always ask, should I, what should I do? Right? That's annoying. But what I do is I let the God know I am about to start something. So before I go down to the parking lot, like maybe even before I pack, I would go to the altar and greet, like do a bow for the intention of letting the God know I'm about to start something now. Okay. So once I do that, it could be like nothing happened and you just go down and do everything and come back and everything's fine. But it could be also like, nope, like you're about to go and the God is like, nope, you do something else instead. And like suddenly you will have a thing that comes in and change your plan. And that means that God must have seen this is not a good time to do it. That can happen, right? Now think of it as like a human to human situation. If I talk to Kim Sa Chon, right, and she is the god, let's say, okay, so I'm about to go down, and I'm like, yeah, we talked about it the whole week. I'm going down this time. So before I walk out the door, I would tell her, okay, I'm about to go down. She might say, oh no, change it to tomorrow, and I'm like, why? You don't need why. You listen. There's no why, okay? When you have faith in someone, remember, no questioning. She said no, then it's a no. You follow. Even you don't like it, you follow, right? And then tomorrow, okay, you go. And then before you go, you tell her again, I'm going out now. And she might be like, okay. Or maybe she's like, nah, drag one more day. Okay, drag one more day then. Eventually you'll see this practice of updating really helps. You don't even need to ask. Like if Ha come to me, right, online, and she's like, Saturn, I'm about to do this now. If I feel that it is not a good time to do it, immediately I'll jump in and I will say, Ha, no, do it tomorrow. Right? Like I will say it, and she's not asking me what to do. She's just informing me about what she's about to do. You inform before you start, so you leave some room, right? In case of anything, I say no, then you can stop. So before she get ready to do all that stuff, I will say, nah, do it tomorrow, right? And then, oh, okay, now the plan change. See, so you don't need to come and ask me, should I do this? Should I do that? No, you don't. You come update me, and if anything's not right, I will let you know. And that's how that faith is built. Okay, Tango Yankee 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Yes, that's one. That makes a lot of sense why updating is integrating you into our lives so you can have a fuller understanding of what's going on and give us better decisions so that we can make better choices. And that makes a lot of sense. And it's like just to build on what Haas just said, it is a culture change of moving from your own what's the word I'm looking for? Your own ability to make decisions, which most people have good decision making skills to begin with, and giving it over into something where it is giving you a better result of the decisions that you want to see happen. So that does make a lot more sense, and it's definitely a change in mindset and culture, and being able to integrate into that. Back to you, TY2CSG.
Yeah, just morning with your incense pot, right? You show me first and then ask some question, and immediately you have a different way of doing it. Now imagine you're just trying to like figure it out yourself, right? Like you could be doing something very foolish for a long time, and because you didn't ask me or update me or anything, and then you can learn that part. So why waste the time doing something wrongly, right? Just ask, and you'll get answers. So yeah, update is very important. Um, okay, well, let's move on to the next one. Tango Yankee 2, Foxtrot November Golf. And do you receive my message on the usage of the div cup?
Tango Yankee 2 Foxtrot, November Golf. Yes, I did receive in terms of the instructions that I need to do hard spell and cleaning using does that the finger on the left to hold the disc cup and also to put the thumb inside and clean and then the right foot stump. So I will summarize it. I just want to make sure that I get the correct instructions in terms of doing the cleansing of the div cup along with the rules that I set out. So it was two yang and one yin and double yin. I just want to make sure I understood that so I can set the rules. And about the stuff that you mentioned, I have had experience in terms of things a lot of time when I talk to myself and I trying to figure it out. I felt that sometimes things happen for a good reason, and a lot of the answers were right. Some weird thing is that I also, when I ask myself, sometimes I feel that first few seconds of answer. Sometimes it comes from my heart, sometimes it comes from my tummy, and sometimes it comes from my side of my spleen. I feel like that answer is really weird. That every time because I have to deal with a lot of things sometime in the past, so I constantly talk to myself and ask the question because I guess I'm lack of confidence that one of them. But for sure, I will make sure I will ask you a question to make sure that I do the correct steps to do the thing. And yeah, that's it for me. Back to you, Tango Yankee to Foxtrot November Golf.
Okay, the div cup. Yeah, you can update me online and let me know. Um, we don't say two yin, two yang. No, not like that. It's when two facing up is called yang, the positive. Two facing down is negative. One up, one down is a sing. Okay, so you drop both and then see the result. Um, what's more important is not like the actual mechanical procedure, but about like before you dip for something, what do you want each result to mean? Okay, so if I'm about to drink water, right, and then I tell the God, okay, what kind of water should I drink, right, and I do a div, and then there's like, okay, yang is hot, uh, yum is cold, sing is like okay in the middle. So I drop, and then the God give me an answer based on that. There's no way to be wrong when you set all the rules precisely. Okay. Sometimes we can also use like let's say a dice. Okay, a dice have six choices, so you can dip for something that need more choices. Make sure you know you cannot use the app like phone app. Okay, those you cannot because the god cannot control that. It needs to be something that you can control with your hand. Then it can be used as a div. An app, the god can't really do much about it. It's all done by the computer. Tango Yankee 2, Golf Echo, India.
Tango Yankee 2, Golf Echo India. That's so interesting. Um, I mean, it makes sense when you put it that way, but I almost would have thought that something that is, computer generated to be quote unquote truly random um, would give a more neutral response than maybe the subconscious biases that could move through our own bodies. But I suppose that subconscious bias could be uh, the will of the internal gods as well. So that's a really interesting thought. Um, so clearly, when it comes to anything about our altars or our cutting or our heart spells, things like that, it makes sense to just go directly to the lineage, directly to you, and get our answers, um, direct from the source that way. Um, and then I suppose it would be things that are like um, like sort of already generally in our schedule, like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now, or I'm gonna get something to eat. Those are the things that uh, we give that faith to the gods. Am I on the right track? Tango Yankee to Golf Echo India.
You know what? It's actually okay to report that in the lineage as well, because the seniors like Ha and Lei, they have a reporting room, and even Sung is there, and they are learning to report things like, oh, you're having lunch, or you're having dinner. They do report it, and if anything goes wrong with their health or anything, then there's information to backtrack. And that's why I have taught them to update with the pictures of what they eat. So it might not be a big deal, right now, but imagine one day you wake up feeling like shit, and I'm like, okay, so what's the problem? And then I don't even know anything about you, right? Like phone today come to me and tell me, oh, I have this allergy, and my I'm sneezing a lot. I'm like, well, I don't even know you. You never told me anything about your life. So I don't know what you eat, how you sleep. Like when you sleep, how do you look like? I don't know. Maybe it's like the pajamas issue. The more you expose yourself to me, the more information I could have. And when you have issue, then all that stuff comes into play and help me understand or give you a guidance. And I don't know what is important or not, because it's like how would I know, right? That's your life. It is up to you to decide how much you want to share or expose. Then I would know. So, like, imagine a disciple, they have like a tattoo on their butt crack or something, and they're not showing it to me, of course, but if they never bring it up, I never know, right? Then your problem will never be resolved. And hey, well, that's a tattoo. It will bring you issues. And if I don't know, I couldn't help you because I don't know about it. And you never told me about it. So if you're brave enough to one day and say, oh, Saton, you know what? Like, I actually got a tattoo on my butt crack. And it was done like a few years ago. And it was like that. Now, Saton is not going to be like, oh, take a picture, right? But at least I know, then I will give you some solution, or maybe I will like do some magic to help you to seal that thing up. And hey, because you said it, there is a solution now. So if you don't show, there will be no solution, right? If I never seen, there will be no help for that part. So I always tell the seniors to update, take more pictures, right? And then like, hey, come on, everyone has a smartphone. Pictures, 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 very easy. If I never see things, I cannot help. Okay, so when you come to me for help, you want me to be able to help, you need to show. If you don't show, then I'm like, I don't know. I can't help. Tango Yankee 2, Delta November Golf.
Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Golf. Yeah, Chajon. It's like everything we do. Yeah, there's a very important thing is to let you know, because like me, like a newbie, like before, I'm making so many mistakes and buying some stupid stuff that it's not what I need. So this kind of things need to change. It's like buying some other school stuff. Like it's this respect to our lineage. It's something like that, and it's making a stupid move. So yeah, I learned a lot. So everything we do is just like let you know, and so you can have I can have a better solution, or better have right understandings on everything that we. So it's we're on the right track, the right guidance. So I'm so happy about it. So yeah, it's keeping like put the faith, trust, and determination is really important. That's what I'm thinking about every day. Like like trying to follow. Yeah, but it's really good right now. It's my wife supporting me, right? So like even though like some of the day like I need to be on the net, so it's supposed to be I'm a sushi chef. So when there's an order, I must be on the net, she making sushi for me. So it's like a covering up, supporting, like something like that. So yeah, most of the time is like that. So I'm trying to go on the net more, and then that's why I told her. So she's like helping me like covering all my shop basically. Yeah. So back to you, TY. Tango Yankee 2 Delta November Golf.
Talking about your wife, we never seen a picture of her. So, haha. And also those employees who you said they were like, feeling things and shit before, and uh, and then you help them to clean the place, and they're okay. Well, you see, we never see their face, right? So why not bring them online and let me see, right? Time to take some pictures. Also, one more point for gays talking about the div. Um, you don't want a neutral computer to do the div because it's not about neutral. You need that bias, right? When you are not thinking or like trying to get a result, and it's like your body just happened to shake the thighs this way, or shake the div cup that way and toss it that way, right? You're not in control. Like you're not like those card sharks who can like manipulate the tool, like magic tricks. So you don't know what you're doing. Then what is actually going on is that you're letting the god inside you to take over your body and do it. So the more blank you are, like blank out when you're doing the div, the better it is. So that the God can actually influence the outcome through your body. So the way how you suddenly want to like let go of the div cup, how you want to toss it this way or not that way, right? That is why the div works. If you let the computer do it, then the God have no way to touch that part. And so the God can't really do much. Last one. Tango Yankee 2, Kilo Alpha India.
Tango Ingi Kilo Alpha India. Um, uh, 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 there's a lesson that I'm picking up, like about reporting everything that we do, so that you can know about us. The better. There's another lesson that I did learn, like for example, I don't know if it was few days ago. It mentioned the fact that we need to tell the God everything. We stumble, like if we are about to eat, and you stumble and tell the gods, and then stop the right food to let them know. Um, I don't know what is the benefit of that, but it's something that I did learn. There's another thing that I wanted to mention. It might sound like a small thing, less important, but I wanted to mention that when I'm doing my hand gesture, obvious I might never have mentioned it, but my left small finger has been cut as a child, so that do influence the hand gesture when I'm doing the magic. I don't know if this is a big deal or less important, but it is like that. So my fingers are not completed. They were in my family. Especially by my mother's side, they do cut their finger. I don't do that to my children. Obviously, I don't believe in that anymore. But all of us we have the same thing. My grandmother did cut it off. So I'm wondering now if that can affect my magic when I'm doing it. I will take the picture and show it when I have a chance. Tango Yankee 2 Kilo Alpha India. Back to you.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, hey, this is so painful. So painful to hear that I just cut myself today, so it's already painful. And then you're like the finger is off. Oh my goodness. Well, it not just magic, it affects your luck. The left side is the channel that goes into the heart, and the pinky, the last finger is the earth element, so helping it to deliver to the end. So your heart is having this problem receiving like the input channel. So it's not good. Well, it's okay. I mean, like magic wise, you don't have problem, but it does definitely kills the luck a lot. So yeah, but you can't really do anything about it. So work hard on the magic. Let's use that to overcome the problems. Okay, it is now 2:03 p.m. and we'll end the net here. We have another net later at 4:30. We'll see you then. Otherwise, we'll talk online again. This is giving you all 73, and this is Tango Yankee 9, Yankee Uniform Echo, 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 Echo. Clear!
Tango Yankee 2, Charlie Hotel Golf, clear.
Tango Yankee 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha, clear.
Tango Yankee 2, Golf Echo India, clear.
Tango Yankee 2, Delta November Golf.